Hey reefers, welcome back. Okay, so today we're going to look at a species of fish that is in my top 10 of fish I like to keep in aquariums. Okay, so this fish is a specialized fish when it comes to requirements in aquarium. It's not the easiest fish to keep when it comes to food source. Within the family, there are some that are easier than others. And the reason they aren't so easy is they need special requirements in an aquarium, like most of them don't take offered food. They need natural food that grows in your aquarium, like copepods and amphipods. And yes, that's right, I'm talking about the Dragonet family. So in that family, there are the easier ones and the harder ones to keep. And in store, I have 3 different types in store, and then obviously our one that we keep in our tank. So first one we're going to look at is the scooter blenny, or like I prefer to call it, the scorpion dragonet. This little guy here on screen is the scorpion dragonet. Now these guys here tend to take to offered foods a lot quicker than your mandarins tend to take offered foods. These guys pretty much within the first week of keeping them, they'll start off on frozen and then they'll start taking pellets without an issue. They are the easier ones of the family to keep, and they come in many different varieties of color. You get the ruby, the red and yellow. There's a few different colorations. I don't have the different colorations in stock in store at the moment, so I'll add some pics on screen to give you an idea of the different variations they come in. This guy's a nice little fish. He'll bring so much personality to an aquarium, and like I say, he is the easier of the Dragonet family to keep. Very inquisitive, very active little guy, always hunting, always looking for food. But like I say, these guys here, they do tend to take to offered food very quickly. The next little guy on our list is the spotted or psychedelic mandarin. This guy's also a beautiful little specimen. Spends all his day weaving through the rocks hunting for food. This is one of the harder guys to keep. They will need a good healthy supply of copepods in your aquarium. We don't suggest keeping one of these unless your tank is at least a year old. If you have been dosing copepods regularly, you can do it. You can add them to your aquarium at a little bit of a younger age of aquarium, but just bear in mind that your tank needs to be stable and have a healthy supply of copepods for these little guys. They are very, very, very active, and they need a lot of copepods per day to survive, as that's all they're really going to eat. Some of them do tend to take offered foods, but generally they don't. They spend most of their life eating copepods and that. And here we have the mandarin, which is the blue mandarin. As you can see, the pectoral fins are blue. There are 3 different color variations in this mandarin. There's the blue, the green, and the red. The red being the rarer of the family. As you can see, this one here, looking at its dorsal fin, it's rounded. That is a female. You can tell the difference between male and female by their dorsal fins. These are beautiful little specimens, also one of the harder ones to keep, as they do require live foods, and very seldom do they take offered foods. They can take offered food, but it could possibly take up to a year or more. The male will have a long thread coming off his dorsal fin and more of a triangular shaped dorsal fin. Beautiful little specimen, and brings loads of character to an aquarium. This is our resident red-finned mandarin. So you can see his pectorals have got an orangey red color. Let's see if he'll come out the rock so you can see him a little bit better. This guy here is about 6 to 7 centimeters, so just under 3 inches. He is very active, always weaving in between the rocks and hunting for food. I've had him now for almost 2 years, and I've never seen him take prepared food or offered food into the aquarium. I mean, he's looked at it and checked it out, but he's never actually taken it. I can't really get a good shot of him. It's my wife's favorite fish. It's actually my wife's fish, and she's actually named him Mando from the Mandalorian. Beautiful little guy, and adds so much character to our shop tank. And like I say, he's always running around hunting, weaving and diving through the rocks. I mean, sometimes you don't see him for ages. Then out of nowhere, he'll just pop out and you'll see him for a bit and then he'll disappear again. Yeah, so like I say, awesome fish to have, but you need to have them in a well-mature aquarium. They do require live food and a lot of it. I mean, like I say, a mandarin of that size is going to eat all day long and continuously. If you watch Mando, how he moves around the aquarium and how he just picks at copepods and little odds and ends on the rocks, he's seeing things we can't see, and he's doing it constantly all day long. So I would suggest, if you're looking at doing the harder to keep mandarins, the ones that need copepods in an aquarium to survive, I would suggest looking at least 8 months. And if you have been dosing your aquarium with copepods, you could possibly do it a little bit sooner, but just bear in mind you need a healthy, stable system for those copepods to thrive, and a form of a refugium for them to live in where they're not going to be hunted. Like in your sump, they don't need light in the refugium, they just need a place where they're not going to be hunted. As the meaning of the word refugium is a safe haven for organisms not to be hunted. So a safe haven with no predators. It's nicely showing off now. Just love the way they hover around the aquarium and they're continuously hunting for food. See those pectoral fins just continuously moving and allows him to hover. We'll see you in our next video. Happy reefing.